Anna, and this is my speech on how obesity affects our society. Don't get me wrong, we all love to eat, but do we ever think that maybe we're eating too much, or maybe not the healthiest foods at that? Obesity is one of the biggest problems that we have in our society, especially in the United States. If you have ever had a friend or family member who is obese, then you know where I am coming from. If our society just trimmed down the amount of fast food places we have around us, this one action could potentially help thousands of people from being unhealthy. But if some of us don't want to stop eating fast food, exercising just 30 minutes a day can also have a huge impact on people who are overweight. Imagine having more cooking classes and physical activities in school for kids. That way they learn not only how to cook, but also how to eat the right types of foods and live a better life. I understand that it's hard to stop eating certain foods, but if we look around, it eventually takes a toll on each and every one of our bodies. Limiting our fast food restaurants per street can have a huge impact on not only everyone's health, but also obesity in our society. According to the American Journal of Health Production, there is approximately 300,000 deaths a year in the United States because of obesity. Janet Curry added to this fact that if there is a fast food restaurant at least a tenth of a mile from a school, at least 5.2% of obesity rates will rise. Curry also stated that if a pregnant woman has a fast food restaurant at least a half of a mile from her residence, will cause her to gain about 20 kilos. The presence of a non-fast food restaurant nearby proves a loss of weight gain as well as less obesity in that typical area, according to Curry. This proves that the more fast food places we have around us will affect the weight gain of our whole society. Whether it's children in school or a pregnant woman, fast food restaurants affect all of us. Even if you are obese but do not eat a lot, we still need to exercise to keep our good health or become healthier. According to Fabian Vasquez and many of his colleagues, physical exercise is an important therapeutic tool to prevent and also treat obesity. Physical exercise can reduce anyone's chances of having a disease due to their weight. Not all types of exercise are for someone to become strong. It is also for weight loss and the ability to become more fit. Obesity doesn't only affect adults, but children as well. Fabian Vasquez explained that him and his colleagues worked with 120 obese children that were still in school. They taught the students physical exercise, dietary education, and psychological support for 3 months. They calculated their BMIs, waist measurements, body fat, presence of metabolic syndrome, and cardiovascular risk factors. After 3 months, they took these tests again, and most of the children decreased in each category. When you see these types of changes so quickly, you wonder why the people who are obese don't seek this type of change. People think that most of us exercise because we want to look good, but in reality, most people who are fit do it for their health. According to Maria Jose Huerta, adults who are obese are at risk of type 2 diabetes. This type of diabetes is essential for disease prevention and clinical risk assessments. BMIs show that the strongest association with type 2 diabetes is in men, according to Fabian Vasquez and his colleagues. As you can see, many obese people can be in danger of type 2 diabetes. If these people don't only watch what they eat, but also not exercise enough, they can be one of the next victims with this type of disease. Cooking classes and physical activities in more schools can teach kids to eat and live a healthier life. According to the Childhood Obesity Prevention website, addressing obesity to our community requires programs and environmental changes. The Obesity Prevention website stated that if we do not make a move on child obesity, that their parents will live a longer life than their generation. Imagine if we didn't have gyms in schools or any health or cooking classes. All of the children still in school will become overweight. The risk is according to the obesity website because they feel that we will not have enough classrooms for these type of activities. Having at least one class to attend each day, such as gym or cooking classes, will decrease the rate in our society of children becoming obese or lowering their obesity rate if already. According to Kaplan University, teachers can produce physical activity breaks in between their classroom procedures to help this problem. This would keep children focused, relieve their stress, and keep them interested in their curriculum. Kaplan University stated another great idea by having children's parents walk them to school. This way, they're active but also attending school with more activities to lower the rate of obesity. As you can see, there's many activities in school that can help us prevent the damage of obesity rates to our society decrease. Like I said before, we all love to eat, but if we all eat healthier and exercise more, we can live a better life. Obesity may not harm you, but it's harming our society. If we all just chipped in and stated that we need more physical activities in our schools, and if we trimmed down our fast food restaurants, we would see a huge change in obesity throughout our society. So when it comes down to it, less fast food restaurants, more exercise throughout our society, and more physical activities and cooking classes in school can make a change in our society. Thank you very much.